Yeah, that's Mr. Johnson to you.
I don't know him like that. He throws a wrench into all of this because of a lot of what Tarik's pressure is going to be always resembles the fact that dash attack is on the table.
Yeah.
You go for a forward air or a nair or back air, you get the auto cancel window, or you just get the some sort of A landing and you're instantly lagless and you go instantly for a dash attack, and whether or not you cross up or not is always in the fray, and the amount of pressure and burst range that applies is absolutely devastating. Except for the fact that Luma is there.
Yep.
And causes just a lot of problems in the fact that Luma can always make Tarik's pressure unsafe.
Yeah, it's like he was baking on, oh, you whiffed. That's huge. You're in lag. You're gonna run there. Oh wait, Luma's sitting right here. If you just hit an I button now, knocking me back. Oh wait, what do I do about this? Oh, I focus Luma down. Oh, wait a minute. Now you're forced to play outside of your normal comfort level with the Greninja instead of playing reactionary like we mentioned Tarik plays earlier. Instead of now, I gotta play aggressive first. Get Luma out of there, then I can play my game. But also, playing reactionary means that I'll play into the 10-second Luma timer. So it's all like playing against the clock and the game fighting you in this matchup, albeit there's a weight condition. There's a way to do it. It's kind of convoluted, a little silly, the derivative of stupid. Are we going to get there? Is it going to happen? Maybe. Let's see. Beginning the final set here of this block, losers quarterfinals here of Scarlet Classic X. We got Tarik versus Dabuz. Let's get into it. Small battlefield.
Yeah, a solid start because of how Dabuz wants to play around platforms, and namely in terms of sharking them. Meanwhile, Tarik likes to play a lot of that coverage as well. The difference here what's going to be is how often is Dabuz like playing on top of platforms, on top of the other major mechanic here. How often is Luma displaced? Displaced Luma has kind of become the future and now the current metagame of Rosalina, which makes it all the more easy to try and focus down the Rosalina or to focus down the Luma, depending on Tarik's priorities.
He's getting ledge trapped while he's edge guarding. You see that?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
This game is so silly.
Puppet characters, man. They change the dynamic all across the board, especially one as free flow as Luma is.
Definitely. I mean, we're seeing Dabuz doing a great job so far. Again, playing the grounded game, forcing Tarik to overshoot. He's getting aggressive, getting active. Like, okay, I need to put the pressure on this Rosalina now. Jump in there for the forward air. Oh, wait, Luma's going to jump up there with that big up tilt and take the first stock going into the part of Dabuz. And again, Tarik trying to turn up, take the Luma. When there's a moment of reprieve, you had a little bit of invincibility, trying to make it happen. But man, you overshoot there, you find a bit of damage on Luma, and you just ate 40% for your troubles. Is that worth it, Ubu?
It's hard to say because you do need to make stuff happen. And by make stuff happen, you need to get Mr. Johnson away from Luma as much as possible. Oh, wow, that displaced Luma was so far away with Dabuz in perfect control over all of this, looking for nairs to cover, but a nice delay from Tarik.
I think honestly, Dabuz is low-key like overthinking it off stage. I feel like we just down air against Greninja is gonna work, right? Like
the nair was meant to catch Tarik burning one of his resources, so then you could set up a down air. But Tarik delayed his recovery so well that it forced Dabuz into double committing to these nairs. So now we can then cover with an up air or it's a layer. It's the layered edge guarding that Dabuz wants to go for. Unfortunately, Tarik's playing around it, for him at least. Tarik's playing around it really well.
Oh, yeah. Oh. I like the idea of the counter. Unfortunately, just missing the mark on that. Gonna hit with that fat down air. Yes. Up 3 stocks to 1 here. Dabuz playing this very well so far. Now, Tarik, I think the biggest adaptation I guess he can make here is like kind of play around Dabuz's expectations for you to approach his shield. Like, a lot of times he'll like see Tarik run in and then like anticipate the dash attack, anticipate something, and albeit it works out most of the time. Tarik, I think we can mix up with that. Just like going for like a grab of sort. Albeit it's a lot easier said than done. Given Luma's there, but you don't have to have like grab combos. Albeit just like look at displace the Rosalina, get her out of your face, and then you kill Luma.
It's tough. It's
dude, so like it's so like you're hearing me explain this like, Momo, what are you talking about, dog? It's like, dude, it's so convoluted as Greninja in this matchup. Rosalina just commands her own game. She's not playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, dog. She's playing Smash 4. I'm sorry to tell you. That's not true. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's not playing.
It was a better joke in my head.
She's not playing the way that Greninja wants her to play. Because Luma is so ever present, it creates holes in pressure where Tarik typically doesn't have them. It forces a different line of thinking that Tarik's not used to thinking about, because Greninja's flowchart is usually pretty safe when executed correctly. It's throwing a lot of how Greninja wants to play off of his game, and Dabuz is just so good at converting off of this non-tethered Luma.
Oh my God!
Lord, that was almost insane.
Again,
amount
Jersey
of coverage.
players, mad toxic.
These untethered Luma conversions are insane.
He's not going to find the pickup there on the platform just yet. Tarik looking to hold strong here and getting Luma out of there, making space. The doubles combo coming out, looking to catch him. An aggressive from the ledge there. The back air not going to connect just yet. Luma's still hanging on. Going to find the nair into the forward air. Last stock here for Tarik. A good chunk of rage. Do we take advantage here, or is the Buzz going to walk you down and take this last stock like it's given to him? Oh yeah, well, put him in the blender.
But it was Rosalina jab. It's not going to close out the stock. Rosalina jab way less powerful, but Luma jab is certainly on the table here at 166. Luma up tilt as well. Basically, most of Luma's inputs should close down the stock. Some of Rosalina's as well. And the Luma down air. And yep, trying to mix in the grabs there, as you said, but Luma then throwing everything out of whack because the forward throw didn't quite connect on it, because Dabuz is so good at playing with his non-tethered Luma. He knows what hits that he's going to take that is going to leave his Luma open for the whiff punish. Now, I do have to bring it up because it is an option that Tarik has. He does have a practiced Kazuya. Is this a play here? It's a tough ask, because Dabuz always plays with a good sense of stage control and defensive priorities. So it may not be. But if the Greninja is really, really not working out...
Another double fist bump, bro. What's the buzz?
He does lock into Greninja.
Okay. All right. I mean, at least you're on something where you definitely... I feel like he's at least thinking about it. He's definitely there. Bringing us to a smaller stage like Hollow Bastion, I definitely like this idea here from Tarik, considering, again, how, like you keep mentioning, the untethered Luna movement. The way you... Playing around... if you go to a smaller stage, you have much more confined space to do your Rosalina shenanigans, and that gives Tarik the opportunity to now play the aggressive game he wants and get Luma off the table. You can play the game.
Yeah, Greninja can just jump up so high that a non-tethered Luma is just left in no man's land. Meanwhile, you get to play around with Rosalina's floaty movement and juggle this character for a good long while, and then once you get done with your juggle, you play into the fact that you can instantly get rid of Luma. And oh, excellent recovery route, but an even better coverage there from Dabuz. Luma instantly spawning back, some excellent timing. Tried for a drop shield down tilt, but Dabuz was ready for it. Not afraid of Greninja's grabs. As you know, that's another big part of a lot of Greninja's punish game. If you're not afraid of Greninja grabbing you, then I mean, just holding shield is almost never a worry for Dabuz. You could always just on reaction find an up smash or just take the throw.
You get forward throw and then what? You take the throw literally. Oh, you get forward throw and then what? Oh, Luma comes back, hits you with the back air, and suddenly you're out of there. It was a smash tag. You're gone. The thing is, like, Dabuz, the way he operates in Smash, the way he operates in this game is banking on all of these trades going in his favor. Like you mentioned, recognizing with the untethered Luma where he's gonna go, and Luma's gonna be able to back him up and find the follow-up in that, or not even get hit in the first place. It's just it's so much to keep in mind when you're going against him. The best thing oh, that sucks. The best thing you can do going up against him is just kill the Luna forehead. But like, it's easier said than done, because as a Greninja, you're gonna kill Luma and you're left so open to take all that other pressure from Dabuz piloting Rosalina.
And this is every single Puppet Master trick in the book. We're seeing like F tilts and F smashes going into each other, so you're prioritized because the Luma knockback will always be a half a beat later. So Luma's always going to get the overwrite. But if you're looking at Rosalina, you're going to DI for Rosalina and then get caught by the Luma throwing a wrench into your gear, into your works, and everything's just awry, askew, and very different from how you want it to be. Tarik down a whole stock here.
Looking to get aggressive here. Luma's off the table, but definitely trying to take advantage. Catching on the platform, not going to dash attack either. Dabuz playing very passively again, waiting for Luma to come back. Finally having more of that presence here in the center stage. Going to catch a jump there with the back getting overzealous with the Hydro Ball. Again, going to knock Luma out of there. Now forcing Dabuz to play off stage into that position. Going to find the pick up there with the up smash. Finally, Tarik getting into his own a little bit. You know, finally finding more of a comfortable groove, but can the groove really be comfortable if there's so many bumps in the groove?
Yeah, it's always the latter half of these games. In game, I mean, always. It's been 2 games, but latter half of game 1 and the latter half of game 2, Tarik seems to hit his stride a little bit and start to find those options and find those landing catches that Greninja is so good at doing. So you can never really count him out. And this game certainly looking better than game number 1, but always got to be worried about that Rosalina win condition, which is typically an up smash out of shield at just the right time. Oh, goes for the grab there. Didn't trust the meaty dash attack. Going for the guaranteed punish, as Dabuz is known to do. Keep consistent, keep calm and collected as the back air comes down. Tossing out the Luma in a different position to cover with an up smash, but not quite connecting. Instead, we're making sure that Tarik is focused on the Luma, which allows Rosalina to come back. A nice footstool dare, though. With Luma out of the way, you get an opportunity to play the juggle. Looking for forward air, though, and Dabuz sneaks right by.
And good opportunity there, getting back on the ledge. Luma is back, gives some pressure there. Trying to make some space here from underneath the platform. Now Tarik pressuring the shield there with the forward air. Going to keep Dabuz on the back foot, charging the water shurikens, forcing Dabuz into very awkward position underneath this platform. Like patience there again. Not going to offer too much of the aggression. Going for the grab. Not going to find the forward air on the back. On the dash attack, we're going to find the back air instead. The quicker aerial. Going to catch Dabuz. Getting caught up. Looking to reset Luma for this recovery. And in that one moment of hesitation, you get in there and you have your one thing you can rely on this matchup is that you have a lot more preemptive confidence in the areas during an offstage, as opposed to Dabuz and the thesaurus of nonsense he has to pull out from offstage against Rosalina.
That is the, the big 50-50 gameplay that Greninja can really rely on later into stocks. We didn't see it a ton against PK Chris because there was a lot of spacing traps rather than pure 50-50s. But right there, twice in a row, Tarik had a displaced Luma and a Rosalina with landing. So he caught the landing with the dash attack, went for a forward air. Dabuz jumped, as Rosalina is known to do with her floaty movement and generally really solid disadvantaged fall speed. Tries it again. Covers the jump with the faster back air, does so successfully to take the game as we pivot to the Alf, keeping the change-ups alive, keeping every character in the pockets well at work as the Alf comes into play. We're done playing the landing catch game against Rosalina Luma. We're making sure that Alf is trying to apply some more grounded pressure, I suppose.
I was going to say, what do you think is the idea behind the Alf? Because honestly, I feel like the Rosalina was so good at forcing a wrench into Tarik's game plan. I feel like Alf can have the same potent effect, albeit you can kind of impede on his approach options, like forcing him to make that space by throwing the Pikmin out there and slowing him down. But then you have the counter. You utilize substitution, and suddenly Alf's off stage. Greninja has that extra layer of movement, and Luma, you don't got to worry about Luma anymore, bro. Like, you got to think, like, is this a comfort thing for Dabuz? Is there an idea behind? What do you think? Are you suitable? I don't see it personally.
So what I can gather is maybe Dabuz didn't like how he felt so reliant on Luma being close. So when a lot of his offense is predicated on a non-tethered Luma, so he's trying to keep everything a little bit more close to the chest with the fact that he still has the mid-range control with Pikmin Toss, but he's not as susceptible to all these different landing catches that Tarik has been showing off and flexing his offensive prowess. However, you still struggle against Greninja in a lot of his typical pressure routes, just not in the juggle game and in the landing catches, but in the corner pressure.
Instead of being reliant on your one floaty, really strong friend, you're reliant on your consistent plethora of very weak friends. And Greninja can kind of just swat them away. Like, Pikmin aren't an issue for himself. I mean, albeit you're at 162, you're taking a lot of damage here, but like, you're still chilling this first stock. You're playing outside of that immediate range. You're utilizing that water shuriken, and then you have you actually go for grabs now. Tarik, I feel like he's playing so much more comfortable now.
Yeah, you're putting yourself, at least how I see about it. Maybe Dabuz sees something different, but the way I see it, the Alf currently.
That's not happening with Rosalina.
And
maybe it is.
And it's guaranteed with the Pikmin. You can counter the Pikmin tosses or the Pikmin latching onto you and just home right in on Alf as long as he's within the range. And not to mention, Alf's main weakness is the fact that he can struggle to get off ledge and can struggle to get out of the corner. And that's exactly where Greninja typically wants to put you. He wants to put you in the corner. He wants to try and force you to deal with his wall of like forward air nair mix-ups. He wants to create this pressure that is strictly horizontal and then force you to jump where he can catch you with his insane double jump. And Alf already struggles with getting out of the corner, and Tarik has taken this for all it's worth.
100%. Even pressuring the shield there with the F tilts, catching the buzz again on the back foot, not able to make that space with the Pikmin just yet. And Tarik gonna take that, run with it, gonna catch him, getting back there on the ledge, over thinking it, gonna have the dash attack into the back here, the double hit into the water, Shuriken, the beautiful alley-oop. Tarik now up 2-1 on Dabuz in the set. And I have to imagine we go back to Rosalina here. We're definitely not gonna go Min-Min. I mean, like, the Min-Min Greninja matchup is not great.
Yeah, I was like, there's no Min-Min here.
I mean, albeit, like, again, does the Buzz season? We don't. I hope not, because that matchup is not great. I'm assuming, considering how much comfortability, not only how much more comfortability the Buzz had on that character, how much less comfortable Tarik was against Rosalina. I feel like, oh man, this guy's just kind of like playing Greninja all over me. I gotta like stop this. This dude's way too comfortable. And the best thing the character to do that right now is to just take it back to Rosalina.
Yeah, the Rosalina looks much more comfortable and much more of just a thorn in the side of Tarik's offense. Once the Alf floodgates were opened, it's like, oh, I'm removed. All impediments to me doing what I want to do are gone. So it's time to run my offense, and run it he did in that game number 3. So we're back to the Rosalina and Luma, and we're back to see what Dabuz has in store for some adaptations that this Rosalina can make. Because in games 1 and 2, well, 1 especially, and then 2 up until the very end, he was in a commanding position.
Unfortunately, I think the after effects of the Alph are still taking place here, because now Tarik is imbued with that confidence, right? He's like, you know what? I can just kind of turn up on them, albeit there's a lot more counterplay, Oh, okay. Like I said, he's like, again, getting a lot more of a confidence here in the aggressive game plan, and getting a lot more of that, the lead earlier on, and then taking a step back, and now going back to the regular game plan you had against Rosalina and Luma, where you're in a much better position where at the end of the stocks, when Luma is finally gone, now, oh my god, instead of being a low percent, the buzz is in the corner. That was dope.
He used the Luma counter hit as a means to get over to Dabuz quicker. Instead, he would not have any means of chase down if he didn't get hit by Luma and put into the perfect position to follow up with the forward air. So well played from Tarik, who is really doing a good job at finding the timings that Dabuz likes to displace Luma. I keep talking about untethered Luma is like the way that Rosalina plays in order to control more of the stage, to have more general pressure, to play in such a commanding way and such a forceful way. But if Tarik, whenever he chooses, can just call out a timing on whenever Dabuz is displacing Luma, suddenly he's in a prime position to threaten to punish, and he can get out just as quickly. He's throwing off timings and playing so in Dabuz's space that Dabuz is having to make timing callouts just to try and hold space.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, demanding the neutral here. Tarik's still looking to hold this lead right now. A lot of rage here on this Greninja as well. So looking to take a stock here at the ledge. Gonna have the delayed nair coming out. The boost neutral special. Still not gonna do it there. 160 on this Greninja. Landing of the back hit of that nair. Looking pressure again. The hit, sending Dabuz off her back to the ledge. Not gonna find the pick up there with the backer. Dabuz makes it back on. Getting that Luma there, setting up on the platform. Big alley-oop, but the weak hit of that nair, unfortunately, gonna come in clutch for Tarik. So looking to make it all the way back. The star bit's actually gonna help you get back a little bit, and oh my god.
Yeah, not technical and super meaty hit, and then, you know, Tarik just waiting out the invulnerability while standing right in front of Dabuz. Dabuz perfectly willing to take these grabs. Like, that is still on the table. Greninja, any Greninja throw isn't super threatening after you reach these mid percentages. That back air was sick.
Dude, just straight up run up back here to force Dabuz with the side switch and take him back to the left side of the stage. Even with, now I'm loving the approach Tarik is taking to get rid of, instead of like running and rushing down Luma, a lot of people do, just the first level of water shuriken. You don't have the time to react to it with the Rosalina down special. Which, yeah, it's a lot less damage, but like Luma only has like 25% HP, right?
Yeah,
around that number?
Something like that, yeah.
Right, so it's not, honestly, like a couple of those will do the trick. If you're in the lead, playing the game to your pace, chipping out Luma as long as you get, that's fine. You can play the long game. The Buzz has to play and get, like you said, has to use the Luma tricks just to make movement in neutral instead of just actually finding those wins.
Not to mention all those little water shurikens, small, like no charge or a small charge, they force Luma to stop wherever that connection happens. So if that's a really charged up Luma shot, trying to get it to mid-screen right away, the Water Shuriken stops in his tracks and changes how Dabuz likes to move. Everything is about running interference and stopping Dabuz from just getting what he wants, and those jumps are exactly what typically Dabuz wants to do. He wants to spend a lot of time in the air, then we're catching the landing after. Because Tarik has been doing such a good job of hounding jumps, Tarik is just dismantling every bit of zoning that Dabuz wants to do with just sheer movement.
Dabuz was totally reliant on Tarik having to play balls to the wall, running down this Luma and trying to force him back in a awkward situation. Tarik taking that, like, you know what? I'll just do that first immediately before you have time to react. Now I'm winning. Now you're playing my game. Oh, the Greninja can't approach me. Okay, I don't care. I'm winning. I'm up in stock. I'm up in percent. What does that matter to me? Now Rosalina has to approach. It goes from I can't approach it. You have to approach me. Albeit if you do approach, you find a lot of damage. But it's like, dude, what's your plan here?
The plan is certainly more opportune now after that massive jab train. Getting caught between Rosalina and Luma jab can connect a ton of damage, and then a down air up smash. The opportunities are there. A huge opening and the classic win conditions that Rosalina has to offer. That up smash out of shield takes no prisoners, regardless if it's Rosa or Luma hitting it, or especially both. The opportunities are there. The windows is getting much, much larger as another landing catch with Luma, but not confirming into the Rosalina follow-up. But we're getting these juggles, and the percent has suddenly swung here, Momo. Dabuz cashing out on any bit of information, and as Tarik gets away, that air dodge down was crazy.
Barely avoiding the F smash there. Dabuz finally back in the driver's seat here, covering the space against Tarik again, sitting here in the lead.
Nice.
Gonna find the down air, and just like that, you get a little too overconfident against Rosalina and Luma. You're like, you know what? I'm demanding this game now. You're playing my game. Rosalina reminds you, like, she is still the commander of the galaxy, bro. The game is hers the entire time. You find one good opening. This is the Pyro, take note. This is the original down air up smash. You find that right there? That one swift motion, down 50%. You gotta put Tarik in the blender one singular time. You're losing again. And you're losing against Rosalina. You know what happens every single time.
Yeah, that was Tarik absolutely getting a little too overzealous in his lead. Threw it by the wayside a little too quickly. Suddenly, we're back at game number 5. Our final set of our block for this before we pass it off to our top forecasters, and we are sitting at a beauty between these two who are just constantly in this back and forth war of near attrition, just trying to see who blinks first.
Unfortunately, the Alf confidence has worn off for Tarik at this point. Because like they're seeing a lot more of the contained game plan, and we saw in game 1 most certainly can work out for him. It's just given the fact that Dabuz is now playing much more confidently, recognizing that, okay, Tarik has slowed down. I'm going to take that and play my game much more confidently, albeit once Luma goes away, Tarik needs to turn up much more. With that confidence from the beginning, when Luma goes away, I can see that the entire time. The 10 seconds need to be spent entirely on Greninja putting pressure on, staying on the Rosalina like white on rice. Do not let up whatsoever. When Luma comes back, that's when you slow down and take a breath.
The problem always lies in how much can you chase once Luma is back online. You continue your pressure. You try and keep the string alive. Like, how much can you realistically apply pressure once Luma spawns? And in this position, Tarik chooses to chase down, but then instantly forgoes it. Doesn't give anything up, doesn't try and give out openings, but these roll-ins are starting to get caught by the Dabuz. It's a no-charge Luma shot into wait and see what Tarik does, and as Tarik does another roll-in, this time from ledge, Dabuz is instantly there with the up smash, falling right back into those same tricks that have gotten him such a huge lead in games 1 and 2, which is perfect control of the horizontal.
There you go. We're having a couple times now where Tarik was playing a little bit of uncharacteristically, like not really figuring out where he wants to go either against a Luma or Rosalina off stage. And in a situation like that, sure, man, it's finally going to be playing confident in the opponent you want to go after, and then full sending pressure against that, right? Because if you do, let's say for 1 second, you're going to get back to for free, and all of a sudden this character's got the neutral lockdown once more, center stage, 60% online. You need to find the stock here literally as soon as you physically can.
Tarik is like he has to play this like a Hollow Knight boss. It's like, all right, when do I jump? How much do I have to stay on the ground? Can I dash in here? Like, where are the windows where I can apply just even a little bit of pressure? And it's all that for one hit.
Bro, it's like the one phase of the Kronos fight in Hades 2, where he's got the little totems, and like the star bits are like the time things that shut you down. You can't avoid. It's broken. God, sorry, I'm still tilted from that fight. God.
Production 9 the head, understanding that
He gets it. You get it. He gets it.
Dabuz he's playing. It's playing against a actual fortress, both of mental and physical solitude. It's hard to get in on him, and it's hard to try and break down the perfect defense that Dabuz approaches with, because as soon as you try and assume you know some of these timings and understand these tempos, that's when he runs in and grabs you. Tries it again there, but missing ever so slightly. But we're at danger of lapping percentage at 167, still holding on to this stock. It doesn't matter how light Rosalina is if you just can't get close to her. Finally, a crazy pivot grab is able to do it with the up throw. But at 150, 160 now, the forward throw and everything in between. Jab, trying to get the jab 3 conversion off of the Luma, but no dice.
Oh yeah, we gotta turn up here at the ledge. Max rage here on this Greninja. You need to make this count no matter how. We getting in there with that dash, getting the Luma out of there. The pressure up again. Tarik is, this is the aggression at the end of the stock, forcing Dabuz into the awkward position in center stage. Gonna whiff that up smash, just barely avoiding that through the cracks, going for another pivot grab. Not gonna find that one just yet. The water shuriken playing, forcing that Luma to overshoot just a little bit. Dabuz getting aggressive here, and Tarik still holding strong, avoiding this, threading the needle every single time. And that forward throw is probably going to do it there. Yeah, but it is.
Just enough. Just enough. And I mean, at 193, you're kind of expecting any hit to do it, and that one certainly did. Down a whole stock here, but Tarik has, we've seen the comeback happen before. Tarik finding just the right number of opportunities, just the right call-outs as Dabuz gets back to being a little too comfortable jumping from ledge and in neutral time and time again, but we capture the dash attack, 81%, going deep for it. Needs one more back air, catches the launch star. Maybe has one opportunity to find a back air. Doesn't catch Rosalina, but catches something more valuable, that being the Luma. Now you got 10 seconds of opportunity, but Dabuz goes aggressive here.
Now. This 10 seconds, we need to stock right now, or else Tarik's gonna be in a really bad position. Looking for, gonna find him down, so Luma makes it back just in time. Tarik losing the opportunity, needs to find it as soon as he possibly can. Dabuz gonna rack his damage up, bring this all the way to the bank. So much pressure here on the center platform. The Starbirds gonna, again, racking the damage slowly but surely. Knocking the Luma out of there. Big backthrow, putting Tarik again back into the blender, rolling back in, putting him back into center stage. Needs to find a hit on this Rosalina, but Dabuz is not gonna let it happen.
Yeah, Tarik trying not to commit to any of these roll-ins that had been getting away with and getting punished for in this game number 5. But Luma is just catching any jumps. The up tilt up air, not going to do it. Minute 30 on the clock, by the way. I doubt we're going to time, but just keep in mind the amount of stress that Tarik must be under as he tries yet again to close out this stock. But the survival of Rosalina is just unprecedented here. Impossible to land a finishing blow. Another up throw. And if you're taking stocks with up throw as Greninja, something's going wrong. Like, Dabuz is forcing last resort options out of Tarik, and the last resort dash attack gets caught with the up smash. I said it before, I say it again. It is the win condition to force your opponent into desperate situations and let that button rip, and the up smash knocks Dabuz into losers semifinals.
Dabuz staying poised as ever through the end. Most players, when faced with how game 1 went and how game 3 went versus the Alpha, you're gonna think, oh man, Tarik's got me downloaded. I don't know what to do. He learned. He's playing a lot more aggressive now. What do I do? Dabuz recognizing to bring us all the way back, reset the mental game, thinking, you know what? Game 1 was pretty dominant in my favor. I know what Tarik wants. I know how he's playing to avoid that. Instead of tweaking to play again around the Tarik that's super aggressive, because I don't have to. I just play my exact same game plan and some little tweaks, catching Tarik, adapting on the back foot, like getting more aggressive with the errant, like the jabs from Luma, the dropping out with the uppers to catch him going for those water shurikens. They go for the more consistent down to catch the water shurikens, going and trying to delete the Luma. If I just change just tweak game plan A little bit instead of making game plan C, because I don't need to do all that. The aggression is not going to work, because we know from game 1 that playing a super aggressive Greninja is not going to work in the long run. So seeing from the comeback Dabuz had, you find one opportunity. You put Tarik between Rosalina and the Luma one time, and that's 60%. If you want to play over aggressive, by all means, you got to play with the pitfalls of that too.
Yeah, once Dabuz regained control at the end of Game 4, it was sealing the fate of Tarik, who played amazing, but it's kind of the perfect, for the way that I describe Dabuz's defensive game plan a lot of the time is he's trying to play the most high percentage plays and force you to be right over and over and over again. And unfortunately for Tarik, after the end of Game 4 and the entire Game 5, he just couldn't be right enough to take down Dabuz, who seals his position in top 4 as if we can get the cameras back on us. Oh, one more.
Not yet.
Yeah, not one. Yeah, but still.
Figure out your post. Lock in.
Yeah, look at all these.
Here you go.
Yeah. Now we got a couple more. Yeah.
Okay.
Last stop.
All right,
we got to see the last stop 3-point. We got to see.
Lock in.
Yeah. Game. Scarlet Classic actually had been an absolute blast. It's up there, Momo, as we will be signing off here. But first, we got to shout out the Collision Series, the production here for Scarlet Classic X, running a multitude of esports events out of New Jersey and for a variety of gaming communities from, as you see, Smash Ultimate, there's Melee events, there's Rivals 2, there's Beyblade sometimes on the weekends. It's awesome. Hosting a variety of streams right here on the Collision Series TV stream with notifications on the Twitter Collision Smash and the YouTube channel where all the VODs go is YouTube Collision Series. Support the growth by following there.